Hello friends, welcome back to Chicken Wing Creations. I'm Dawn, and this is part 2 of our making Baby Yoda, Grogu, the child, whatever you want to call him, by just using a picture. So, if you watched the first video, you will remember we did the body and we did the head. However, as I was editing this, I was like, this is a very weird head because there's nothing in the back of it. He's got a very oblong head. So, I'm trying to decide if I want to just add to the back of this or start over. If you remember in the first, well, actually, I guess this is the third video if you count my blending video. I told you I was going to do this real time. There's going to be oopses. This is my process, so I just figured I would share my process with you. So I'm not sure if I want to build this back out or if I just want to start a whole new ball, which I'm actually leaning towards. So I think I'm going to put this aside. Don't worry, I'll find another use for it. If anything, it will become a dryer ball. So I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to get a new piece of batting here. And we're going to try this again. This time I'm going to go for a ball shape and then I'm going to flatten one end. I might not have enough batting on hand here. Let's see. Alright, so let's make a ball. Remember, roll it nice and tight. The tighter you make it, the less. Got a bunch of blue here on my mat from making a bluebird. The tighter you can roll it, the less stabbing you'll have to do. Alright. So now he still has that oblong shaped head. So what I'm going to do is this isn't really too bad of a shape right here. I'm going to keep it as an egg type shape. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten more of one side than I do the other. And see if I can get this to come out a little bit better. Worst comes to worst, I'll just take the other one that I did and build up the back side of it. So I want to keep the back side rounded and the front side flat. I think I like this a lot better. Now I'll add to this to build up his features and stuff, but I want to get this felted down here. Alright, let's see. Oh, that looks pretty good. So now it's a little bit better than this one was, but I want to make sure that I keep this part rounded. So I'm gonna add more to the back side here. Hopefully my video doesn't get too loud. We've been having some storms this morning, and sounds like it might be almost sleeting outside. My daughter was on her way to work and had to pull over on the highway for a few minutes because she couldn't see. Lots of lightning. But she did make it, so. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot better. So hopefully you didn't follow my first video and make a strange looking head. Now you could always do this in your color instead of coral wool. So if you have your green already and you just wanted to make it in that, you could definitely do that. I just like to use the coral wool because it's not as expensive, and just use the color to put on the top coat. I'm not going to do a whole lot on the front here because we're going to build up his face. Just as long as I keep it kind of flat. That looks a lot better. Okay. Still need some more work, but let's compare them here. That's pretty good. I'm going to add a little bit more across the top. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So flat for the front face, a little more rounded on the top, kind of flat on the bottom here. I think that worked out a lot better. You know, it's one of those things. My brain sometimes just has a harder time converting that 2D image into a 3D image. And sometimes it's just looking at it and trying to work it out. So, all right. So I like that. That's pretty good. Okay. So now let's see here. Let's compare these. I think that'll work. All right, let's see. I think we'll do arms next. setting here. Alright, let's see if I can... There we go. Okay. So, as I mentioned in the last video, I'm just going to do his arms, and then we'll cover it with the color. I'm still undecided on the hands yet, so we'll wait on those. So let's see, that might be too much. Yeah, let's try it and see. Yeah, break down a little bit more. Again, I want to do them about the same size, same time, so I get them the same size. So I'm just gonna roll this up. And I'm gonna leave the top fluffy so we can attach it. I want to get this part flat. If I decide to do his hand, I will attach it to this part here. So we're doing the coat. We're not doing his actual arms. Because since this coat kind of covers everything, there's no real sense in making arms and then making a coat to go over it. I did do that, I think, with the one that I made for my daughter. But this is a little bit easier. Let's roll the other one up. Again, as tight as you can. Alright, this one's a little bit more felted than this one. I'm going to have to add, I felt these fairly firm. Because we'll just put the top coat on and then attach them right to the body. As soon as I figure out what color we're going to use. Alright, let's see how we are lengthwise here. Okay. A bit of excess here, so I'm going to just pull a little bit of this off. Still going to keep it kind of poofy so we can attach it. And I'm going to have to add a little bit more to this one, I think. Okay, let's see. So I think that's pretty good. When I add the top coat, it'll be a little bit bigger. So I think that will work. Now I could have done an armature for this, and I would have been able to move his arms, but I'm going to keep this simple this time. So I think that will work. So we're not going to attach it yet. We want to do the top coat first. Okay, so we got the body, we got the arms, we got the head. I think we need color now because I want to do his ears in the color. I don't want to do it in core and then cover it because I don't want him to get too big. So looks like we are going to mix some color. Let me get my other guys here and look at my balls that so these are all the colors that I was playing around with if you watched my very first video and trying to decide what color I wanted to make him, because I'm going to use my kit and not buy any wool because I'm trying to use what I have, and show you what you can do with your kit. So let me look at these here. This is pretty close to that, and then the spearmint is actually really close to that one. So do I want to just go with that? It would be easier, and then I could just add, you know, highlights and stuff like that on it as I'm working it. Oh, decisions. All right. Let's see. Okay, this is the spearmint from my kit. You know what? We're gonna go with it. And then maybe I'll add like some purple. So I kind of like this color here, but it's really kind of hard. It's very, very shadowy, so it's really hard to get a really good look at the color. I guess I could go online and see if I could find something else. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna pull a bunch of this off. Okay, I have to have enough to do his head and possibly his hands. So let's add just a little bit of, what is this? My color chart here. Let's add a little bit of lilac to it. I'm just gonna do maybe just one. And let's try that first. I don't want a lot of lilac in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of put a little bit with each little chunk here. Okay, and I'm just going to start. I'm going to do it by hand. I could use my dog brushes, but I think it'll be faster just to do it this way. So I'm just going to pull and pull and pull, and I'm going to speed up the video right now. And I will come back when I have all this mixed together. Alright, I think I'm going to add just a little bit of dandelion to this, just to see if the hints of yellow will give it a little bit more of a greenish color. Okay, kind of liking that. Even, I'm not sure if this is going to be enough to do the head and the ears. So let me make, well, let's see. See if we can get some pieces here out to attempt the ears. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need more. All right, let me make some more and I will get back to you. Okay, I still don't know if that's going to be enough, but I think I know how to make it if I need more. All right, let's try his ears here. So I'm just going to kind of see if I can get a shape here. Same amount. So his ears are triangle. And I think I want to make this easier, cut my pattern here. Just because I find it's easier if I have a pattern to go by. So that's kind of small, which is good because that means I don't need quite as much here. I'm just going to kind of pull it out a little bit. More. Okay, so just gonna kind of get it close to the size I need. I'm gonna take my needle and I'm just gonna go right around the outside of that to get my shape. Not too worried about this side because that's the side that's going to attach to the head. So let's get this one started here. And I'm just going to turn it over. So I am felting it, not really deep, but it is going into the pad here. All right, so now we're going to fold over a little, that part there, and then this part here, and then fold over the top. And try and keep the top of this here. Let's see, this way. Just bring it down a little bit more. So I am going to build up the ear. Notice how it curves over here. I am going to attempt to build that up once we attach it to the head. So, this way. All right, let's do this one. And let's see, that's pretty good. All right, I'm going to pull them up very gently and flip over. And we'll do the other side. Let's go down a needle. So now that I'm thinking about it, I think what I should have done is made the ear a bit bigger, and then I could have folded over that part. See? You just never know when you're doing these things. You'll get doing something and then all of a sudden you'll think of, oh, well, why didn't I do it that way instead? Yeah, this one's a bit more pointier than this one is. Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm going to see about, let's do this way. Alright, I'm just going to kind of felt a flat piece here. Alright, I think I saved it. This piece will come down like that when we attach it to the head. Alright, let's see if I can do this other side. A little bit here. Alright, let's see here. Yeah. Not too bad, I think. Alright, let's work the other one up here. Alright, I think I'm going to take just a little bit of the lilac to put in the middle of the ears. Try not to poke hard because I don't want it to come through on the other side. So I'm just poking very shallow enough to attach it. And just so it's not quite so bright, I'm just going to put a little bit more of our mixed color just slightly over the top of that. Okay, I might build that up a little bit more. Do this one. Okay, I like this one better than this one. That's always the case. All right, so not too bad. I'll put them there. I think they'll work. Might work on them a little bit more. Just kind of build up the edges a little bit more, but extra strays here. Okay, so there's his ears. All right, let's see how my time wise. Okay, the next thing I need to do is find my eyes. Oh, there's the other one. Okay, and figure out, let's move the ears out of the way here. Figure out where they're going to go. All right, I need my awl. This came with my Amazon kit. It's very handy. So I think, let me see here. I don't have any pens handy. All my stuff is out on the dining room table because I'm doing a class tomorrow. So I'm just going to try and figure out where I want the eyes to go. See if that's about the same. Looks like it. Okay. I think we need to add a little bit more. They are pretty close to the side of his head, so let me see. Let's move this one over just a little bit more. Okay. Because these will come in a little bit more as I felt it down. I think that looks pretty good. Let's see. Yep. It's actually, his eyes are probably an eye width apart here. Mine aren't quite. Squish his head in a little bit here. I think that'll work. I'm gonna need to add probably some more at the bottom, but that's okay. His eyes will come in a little bit more as we do. Okay, so I'm not gonna glue these in yet, just in case I need to change them. But I think that is where we're going to stop for this video. Let's just kind of lay him out here and see what we got. It looks like a little alien. Well, I guess he is a little alien, but anyway, so yeah, so we have the ears done. Next time we will work on sculpting his face and see how I do there. So we'll stop here and we'll see you on the next video. Have yourself a wonderful day.